And welcome back. I am Susanna Mae O'Hagan, and today we are going to be talking about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Yes, I sat through the whole thing. It was 5 hours long, y'all. 5 hours. I sat through the whole thing. And we will talk about the women's match. But I have no idea. So, fun fact, I don't know that much about boxing. Probably less than most people. So I don't know what's legal and not legal. So therefore, please be patient with me. Also, I will get into the whole Mike Tyson thing, but did anyone see how bad he was limping? He looked like me when my CRPS is so bad that people who are like twice my age hold the door open for me. Was he okay? Is something wrong with his leg? What was going on? Like, I was like, he's limping. Like, his leg was not okay. And yes, the age difference does not help, but, like, his leg was all wobbly. And I don't know, I half expected him to rip off his ear because he did not like Jake, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know nothing about boxing. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Let's get to it and do it. Was a professional boxing match between YouTuber turned professional boxer Jake Paul and former undisputed heavyweight world champion Mike Tyson. This bout has stirred up a lot of controversy and memes, with plenty of people calling out Paul for elder abuse, while others poked fun at the fight for being too dull and predictable. Okay, it was kind of dull. It wasn't just me. Oh, thank heavens, I thought I was going crazy. I'm sorry, it was a little dull. I was like, I expected more after watching the women's fight. And if you have not seen the women's fight, oh my gosh, we will talk about that. That was a match. This was okay. I can't tell if Paul was holding back, if Tyson was holding back. I could not tell you. Now, if they were the same age, maybe it would have worked better, but I don't know. I mean, I was rooting for Tyson. I think everyone was. Like, we were like, Tyson, Tyson. And I'm like, I don't have anything against Jake Paul. Like, he turned from crazy YouTuber to a boxer, and he turned it around. And cool, he got his mental health. He said it helps with that, which is great. Nothing against you, dude. Nothing. Other than, like, you were driving your neighbors crazy back in the day, but now you're doing something good. Also the fact that you got the women's match. Like, that was fantastic. This fight between you and Tyson, I'm not really sure if it was the smartest or best. Like, I want to see him fight somebody who's around the same age and is, like, a champion. Because maybe then we would get a little more. The bout took place on November 15, 2024 at the AT&T Stadium in Texas. I can't say the whole name. And was streamed globally on Netflix. I watched it on Netflix the next day with 65 million people watching the event. Currently, Paul defeated Tyson via unanimous decision. Originally, the bout was scheduled to take place on July 20th, but was postponed due to Tyson suffering a ulcer flare-up aboard a plane. Yeah, see, I don't think Tyson was at his best. But he's also much older. It's like I feel bad for Jake because you are basically screwed either way. You've beat an old dude beat you. Not a great, like, combo there. Poor Tyson, like, he was limping, and I was like, I just want to, like, go and protect him, even though he is, like, a guy you would not want to mess with. On November 3rd, 2023, it was reported that Netflix was considering streaming a boxing match involving Jake Paul on their service. On March 7, 2024, Netflix, the most valuable promotion, announced that they were partnering to host an event headlining by Paul facing former undisputed heavyweight world champion Mike Tyson on July 20th at the AT&T Stadium in Texas. On April 2nd, Tyson confirmed at the time the A-B-O-U, no, B-O-U, bout was sent, okay, as an exhibit on April 10th. Paul confirmed that they would be submitting a request to the Texas Combative Sports Program for the it's a B-O-U-T. I said about, but it's about. A bot. To be sanctioned as professional. On April 29th, the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations confirmed it approved the fighter's request, and that the I'm just gonna say match would be a sanctioned professional fight. On May 31st, Netflix announced that the event had been postponed due to Tyson suffering an ulcer flare-up while boarding a plane. Paul took to X, formerly known as Twitter. Everyone still calls it Twitter, to call out his rival and fellow YouTube turned professional boxer KSI to replace Tyson. KSI responded and declined the offer, stating he has a match scheduled in August. On June 7th, Netflix confirmed the event was rescheduled for November 15th. Okay. Boxing results. Jake Paul defeats Mike Tyson. We are not watching. Jake Paul defeats Mike Tyson by unanimous decision in an 8-round heavyweight match at AT&T Stadium in Texas on Friday. This is when it happened. Like, this is probably going to be uploaded later on. I was pushing this off and pushing us. The fight, sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, was consisted at 2-minute rounds, and both fighters wore 14-ounce gloves instead of the regular 10-ounce gloves for heavyweight fights. Tyson, 58. See, here's the people's problem. He's 58. Jake Paul is 27. He's actually a little younger than I am, which is kind of funny to me. I didn't realize he was I thought he was much younger for some reason. I mean, he's not completely my age, but he is there. He reminds me of my brother. Brothers, which is probably he's cute, but he reminds me of my brother, so yeah. It's one of those circles of, oh, that's what you remind me of. The YouTuber turned boxer was scheduled to meet on July 20th. Yeah, we talked about Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion at the age of 20 in 1986. Now that is super cool. And a year later, he had fired all 3 major belts to become undisputed champion. He made 6 defenses of the 3 belts until losing in a historic upset to James Buster Douglas by 10th round KO in February 1990. Okay, I wasn't even born yet at either of those times. Paul started his boxing career in 2020 with 6 consecutive victory fights, mostly against former MMA fighters. Paul's only loss came against Tommy Fury in February 2023, but he has won 5 straight fights, including the decision over Tyson since. So the one thing is his brother is Paul Logan, and to me it is kind of funny because Paul is now in WWE, and I love WWE, but a lot of WWE. Okay, we will talk about the women's boxing match after. It was so good. But there's some confusion to me, so that's definitely a thing. So what do you all think? Do you think Jake Paul should have won? Tyson should have won? Or do you think the match should never have happened? I'm it was good. I wish there was a little more to it. I also would love to see Jake Paul fight someone who's his age, who's a boxer, been doing it for years, just to see how good he could be. I know they call him the problem child, and people complain he's not a real boxer. But it is interesting to see him go from, I call him, he was a YouTuber, he did some crazy things, to a career in boxing. I think that was fascinating. And he said it helps with his anxiety and anger issues, and if that helps, hey, better than trying to do something that could get you in a lot of trouble. I give you credit. Now we're going to talk about the women's match